was for still na near Okoso Ghana Sisia anyway. Now with the case a trendy obia interest and as nipa be na sha see interest mu ye someone MP for Asen Central ya Baba Kennedy in an interview concerning Adwoasa for neba ne maye sika sende ni ade sabra me no ka say there anti-graft group be an the Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana a petition akoma the special prosecutor ye papa ni dindi a friend say Kisi Agyapong na the reason na omudi akoma ni nyina ye nsɛm Ken Agyapong can ye say chief of staff estima no ma odi 120,000 Ghana cedis ekokoma Sarah Adwoasa for na omu chema the number so mu hu nyina ne say efa saa sika no ho no enyina public interest afin so for protecting the public purse and afin so be no the source of these funds yen determine whether we know it is not a misappropriation of public funds from the office of the chief of staff and as any other public office ebian so omu determine chief of staff anytime who say ebian someone can ya compare ko hina Japan kakra ye publication of false news and I say comments no make a force and no cranial identity. This is what they are demanding. Say the special prosecutor ebeye amo because omo interest so who baby kuma secondary free officer free sample in some Kennedy air cano atrocem yentra hono omo ntu futuro wi anisa and ye hwemu so na say bi who say bi at secondary free the office of the chief of staff na omani sika then ya continue or her almost the special prosecutor name say obe chief petition asupem na ebisade a omodia to name no the special prosecutor will do it for them we there a bit task Ghana police service e bin so task the chief of na any papa ko any papa John say no ketia ko na buso the source of the 120,000 in conference so ebe so mu hu baby ade ne fi say bia ye papa Kennedy wo boa ana chief of staff sika no fafi aban futuo mu public office bi account mu no koyi fi ye ano no ani boto mu sika e na ode e ma aye Sarah Adwoasa.
Now you see, I'm not saying sir what is going on is like in Japan is benign to corruption. Everybody in this country is corrupt, including me, myself, and Ken. Before but let's look at the issue. Let's look at the relationship with Ken Agyapong and Adwoasa in the first place. Who is Ken Agyapong to Adwoasa?
Baby daddy.
What do they have in common?
Parliament. They are both in a particular party.
Aside from that, what do they share in common?
Eba.
2 children, I believe. Good. So if Kennedy Agyapong, ama Adwoasa Fuska, Adwoasa explanation he came after Nebani birthday in Sensemno. So in as much as MPP4 did not, your friend is saying, necessarily give Adwoasa for an discarding mark in Japan, something called Bribe Adwoasa for no. It could be the whole birthday thing. And MPP4 say, okay, instead of saying, okay, in Japan, what is wrong with this? But regardless, if you can afford calling to an investigation into ETA, why not? They should investigate. They should investigate, but this is not a scheme for say Yema Adwoasa Fuska for contracts. This is not a scheme. Say Yema Adwoasa for position. If it was that, we need to do investigation. But that is not what was going on the ground. The ground is the party felt like they needed to do more to convince, and we convinced with money. We convinced, and yes, you had to account. Say party no so the ayamau. Now maybe one MPP party money amount 100,000 and unti a bribe. So I personally don't think say we should waste our time on the investigation because it's going to end nowhere. And the taxing your investigation, kaya be boy investigation, maybe you know. Next can here call say omoye cross boka more than that. 120,000. Ken Agyapong can just argue in court say oye man nebano. Nebani birthday na party members wanted to show love. What would you do?
Okay. And some of us know the news say the man because of I say outdoor one year in the man. And I brought ye DC so because it's a birthday gift to the man. I say party na kasano. omo nko benko wano nye baako.
Whether it was birthday gifts, whether it was every gift is a gift.
But
ye nyina yini eni the EOCO said this whole thing EOCO so no, it was a plot to try to get Agyapong's vote and try to get it because the lady was resistant. Itima convinced all 136 members so pay. Yeah, the private jets are foul. Yama opposition. They been being near. So they were frustrated. They needed to give her something from the party's coffers. Akwa say bia yewra Johnny Jikungu for the birthday. Na party amana 1 million Ghana cedis. Is it bribe? It should come again. The party can also have a welfare fund and take care of its members. Akwa operation when you miscarriage. Allow the lady. So this is not something that I personally think that we need to waste our time investigate. You investigated the criminals rather. You in Japan near address for issue. It is only going to waste resources and time.
My special prosecutor and pay heed to the petition and ask the
special prosecutor. The case is a Google we investigating. Your man in position of a long speech. I'm changing and one. The end of it, my 5 months new said then. So special prosecutor, you want to see the age. You may be you. You demand obi abeto nka. But as the position the man the position the man on because baku yo tremu Martina Midu. The man Ghana phone na tie Martina Midu. After the bear 1 year na ko inchin 30 epo. Last minute oye na just be investigate MPP do.
Yes, yeah, ma kwan.
And yes sake no. Akwa we so aba obaye no I'm going to change the Ghana face. Ni am a profile of Anas lawyer. Kisie Jabi a no nonsense man. Kisi it's been this like the 6 or so months. Kisie Jabin. A group I think it's the last year around April.
You know by
yes. Kisie Jabin beba. Eko 1 year. They be we have over 120 cases or more here.
If you are not special prosecutor, but so canning in our boom.
What do you mean canning in our boom, sir?
Or the Bregana?
What canning in our boom? I'm confused because of the resources. Yes, so investigative will be easy. You need to go and get the files, the job. You need to employ people to easy.
And then we have to give him more time.
More times than not 2024 I'll be trim.
And it means this petition go for events and sabeka imuayene die na government ako any ade I was for YouTube amount for video comment aba ye ka say amount for video comment aba fa and someone ekosu sisi a titu bebre na efa ye maame Sarah Ajoa Safo ho dodo na ye kan nyina efa ye maame Sarah Ajoa Safo ho Frankie, as a Pinax, you really sound